Hey everyone, good morning. Okay, today is day one of our Tahiti trip. I am so super excited and ecstatic and like overwhelmed. But this is my view from my balcony. And I wanted to do my first video from the balcony with the view in the background so you can see what I get to wake up to. Stark difference from like New York City buildings outside of your window, right? But I have a view of the ocean, like the sea, not like a lagoon, but like water. If you look across, you can see the other islands. There are some like lounge chairs so you can sit out and kind of enjoy the view of the water. We have like the sound of the ocean lapping against the shore when we're sleeping. But it's just amazing, and I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so thankful to Avon for selecting me and for selecting me for the Beauty for I can't even overwhelm. But the original Beauty for a Purpose ad, for the new Boss Lives ad, to be a part of 2 of these campaigns, for having that raffle so that I can win this amazing trip. Everybody's just like, it was the trip in August, and then the photo shoot for the Boss Life campaign in September, and now in October they're rolling out the Boss Life campaign, so you guys are seeing all the pictures in the ads and magazines, and now I am here in Tahiti. Amazing. So I am so thankful to Avon for allowing us to do this. But this actually originally started as a morning motivation video because I lying in bed this morning knowing that what I was going to wake up to. Honestly, I sat there for a couple of minutes with my eyes closed, just like when you open your eyes, you're going to be in Tahiti. You're going to look out your window and you're going to see the ocean. When we arrived last night, we arrived at night, so we couldn't see what was outside, but we could hear the water and we saw some lights outside. So we, kind of had an idea what was out there. But I knew this morning with the lights on, I would be able to see and like finally get a beautiful view of what's really out there. So now I get to wake up to this. And it's just so exciting. I was just waking up so grateful and so thankful, for all the blessings. And I just wanted to share with you guys, look, when I started, never ever did I ever imagine that I would ever be able to do this. Madupe pointed out a few months ago actually that in the summer my family takes a vacation to California, and this year I actually wasn't able to go because I was trying to save up to pay down my my student loan debt and just to wipe out my financial debt. And I was kind of sad because I was like, oh, it sucks that I don't get to go because I'm trying to do the responsible thing and pay off all my my credit card debt. But look, I was able to win this as an alternative. So sometimes you might feel like you're not making any progress, that you're kind of stuck, that things aren't working out in your way. I mean, there have been months where I have been, frustrated. I remember a few years ago, Avon actually had an incentive to, every year they have that annual trip where the representatives get to go. And when they had a Puerto Rico trip, I was like, wow, this is my opportunity to leave the country, because I had never ever left the US before. I had never ever traveled. And for me, looking at the Avon trips, I'm like, that's going to be my ticket to get out of New York City, aside from my own personal earnings. And I didn't win that trip. I was really disappointed. And I didn't stop thinking, okay, one of these days you will win that trip. And actually I have, earn an Avon trip on my dream board. I didn't have win an Avon trip, I had earned one. Never ever did I think that I would win one. So, it just goes to show you that, one, don't give up. Hang in there. You're going through stuff, and stuff might be sucking right now. I don't know what your life situation is, and I'm not gonna try and find like, okay, I've been there, I've gone through that, because we're all going through different things that no one else can understand and comprehend except you in that moment that you're going through it. But I can tell you, to hang in there, to keep going, to keep pushing forward, because your breakthrough might just be on the horizon. And when I earned this trip, I was thinking, how many times people have told you, you need to shift your focus, you need to get more serious about other things in life, this Avon thing, that Avon thing. Like from the beginning, I've had people telling me all kinds of stuff, and now I'm like, you can't tell me nothing. You can't say anything to me, because Avon has been my ticket to pay off my loans, to pay off my debt, to travel the world officially. Now Avon has gotten me a trip outside of the country, and this was Avon 100%. This was not architecture money coming in. This was not family or anything. This is 100% my Avon business. So for those of you, I don't even care if you have quit and given up already, get back into it. I don't care if people are telling you stuff, ignore them. You have to ignore the naysayers if you ever want to go anywhere, because they will always be telling you won't succeed and that you won't get through. But you have to, I say it and my team kind of laughs at me because they think I'm joking, but Darren Hardy said you pick your mountain and you make your mind to climb it or die trying. It sounds morbid, but you have to you have to have that level of focus. Like, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to succeed at, because if you're doing it half-heartedly, it's just not going to work out. And it takes time. Don't, try it for a week or a month and say, okay, well, that thing didn't work out. We all go through periods where we're leveraging what we have. We're trying to gain traction. We're trying to go through the learning process. We've all gone through that, but it's, coming out on the other end, and the surprises that you'll have, the wonderful things that you'll get to do with your business. But you have to go through those tough times to come out on the other end. To be honest, coming here, the flight was horrible. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but it was like 12 hours. We left, I left New York City at 10 a.m. and when I arrived here, it was 10 p.m. Sorry, 10 p.m. here, so it must have been at least 1 o'clock or so. It was like 4 a.m. in New York City, so we are talking time put in. But you have to go through the dark times, you have to go through the tough times, you have to go through that traveling period to get to your destination. I didn't plan that, but that sounds good, right? But right now, what I was thinking about this morning, which kind of triggered me, I wanted to do a video to just show you guys the view, but what triggered me to do a morning motivation video was that my church, shout out to CT, my church was actually doing a study on Joseph. And in the Bible it talks about Joseph going through the periods where his family sold him off and put him in the pit, and then he went to work for Potiphar, and then the wife accused him and he ended up in prison. So I mean, talk about going through tough times and talk about going through the struggle. Hashtag the struggle is real. For Joseph it was, but in the end he ended up coming out to be like second in command to I think it was Pharaoh at the time, saving his family from the famine, all of Egypt, and all of the people that came after him, that that were a part of his family and in the area. So he couldn't have been able to do that if he didn't go through the horrible stuff. And this morning that was kind of on my mind, like, sometimes things might not be looking up. You might be in a position where things look dark, like there's not going to be an answer at the end, but you have to stay focused, you have to stay faithful, you have to keep working hard, and you have to keep up your integrity. You have to make sure that you do things right, because if you cheat and you try to cut corners to get to the right place, it will not pan out. You may sometimes feel like you're being set back, and I've had that feeling where I felt like, I'm trying to do this the right way and it's sucking, and I see people who are doing it the wrong way and they're getting ahead, but it never works out in the end. It always just pays off when you stick with your integrity and you do things the right way. So that's just my message to you. I just wanted to share some encouragement with you guys, because if this is possible for the shy, quiet Brooklyn girl who had never traveled the world, whose family couldn't afford it, who still can't afford this, if this is possible for me, then this is possible for all of you and more. I always say, you can't put limits on these things, because being chosen for the Avon photo shoot would never have been on my dream board. I would never have ended up, even imagining that. Being able to go to Tahiti, all expenses paid by Avon or even anyone else, would never have dreamed that. So, you just can't put limits on what the possibilities are for your life. So go out there, be productive. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, okay, I want to do stuff that's amazing with my life, and I want to travel, and I want to pay off my debt, and I want to do stuff for my family, then I'm going to put a link below so that you can join Avon and get started in taking control of your financial freedom, the flexibility in your own life. I mean, to be able to take time off work to come here, amazing. So that's my message for the day, guys. Stay tuned though. Follow me. I'm going to be using hashtag BossLifeTahiti. Boss Life spelled the proper way, not like bosslife.com, my website, but Boss Life, BOSS Life Tahiti. So follow me on Instagram and on Facebook so that you can see all the pictures that we're going to be sharing over the next 6 days. Yes, 6 whole days. Okay. All right, guys. Bye.